Hello, YouTube. We've got game one of Cloud9 versus Dignitas coming up. It's the best three as I'm going through my LCS VoD reviews. Doing these live on stream on twitch.tv/CubbyXX. We're uploading all these to YouTube, which is where you're going to see this now, most likely. This is going on to YouTube. So, thanks for tuning in. If you like my content, please drop a like, comment, subscribe. Helps me out a lot. Besides that, let's dive into the series and see how C9 found the reverse sweep. Okay, game one. Unfortunately, we have a Nidalee game. Okay, I really don't like this draft for Nidalee. I think Nidalee is playable right now in the meta, but I think that there are a lot of things that teams are fumbling in terms of trying to pick up Nidalee. First off, Corki Nidalee with Leona. Again, this is set up that we can find. Corki is a lane that can win and help support Nidalee. Eventually, we get Cassante, though, which pretty much means that like we're just weak side. And Nidalee wants to play towards mid or bot. We're playing this into like double squishy with a short range marksman into this with like two ways to guarantee execute, Varus support, and Poppy. This draft was very winnable for Dignitas. I really like this Dignitas draft. First off, I thought the Ezreal ban was really clever. As Ezreal can get out of this really well. So we're just guaranteeing that you have to play short range. Berserker takes Kai'Sa into Varus, which is a very losing mid lane matchup, or a bot lane matchup. The Knot kind of helps synergize with the Talia, so it's OP here. I don't love that. This is actually the kind of game where I think Alistar is quite good. Or something like a Braum's quite good if you're trying to go on hit Varus, that is. Which I think is not necessarily needed, but doable if you go for a more protective setup. Like if you have a Poppy Braum. But pretty much you have double trigger pull with like a lot of one-shot potential onto multiple squishies. And there's no defense that Leona Cassante can really... Or Leona can play around this. Cassante is going to be elsewhere on the map. So I thought this draft for Dig was really good. Also, I really like Poppy. Not just because of the value you get into every single champ that's showing for C9, but also you can really neutralize Cassante and actually get up in the lane matchup, which the Karish does in this game. So that's a really good look for Dig. Let's dive into this game. We're still going to see some issues, too, for C9 in terms of like how we're syncing up. I do like that word from Jensen, outside the brush on purpose, just see if Nidalee invades. That's good. Jensen does get solo killed in this lane. He is taking a lot of damage from the Corki early. I do like the Fleet on Corki in this matchup. If you can take Fleet to try and dodge out on some stuff, I think it's good. If not, Halo Blades. Alright, so we have mirrored clears for junglers here. Does mean this Nidalee might be able to get involved bot here on bounce. See Corki with D-Boy getting quite far ahead here. Jensen TP's back and die. Wow. Oh boy. Alright, so nice trade there from Jensen. Actually sets things up decently well. Nice trade here from Sven, too. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, he gets the full... He gets the 3 Blight stack Q. Which means he gets Q up pretty soon. And see the Krish, too, just trying to find double Qs and hit the grasp, which he's doing a really nice job of. You do get outranged a little bit with the grasp, just because like how the Cassante Q works. It's kind of similar, but... Good job from Jojo there. He did eat the stun, but it doesn't really matter when you're getting out of the Qs. That's where most of the damage comes from. A good understanding of that lane here from Jojo. Spear came up a little bit short. That's the attempt, though, on the setup here. This is after a second clears. We have Blabber on bot side speaking mid. And here comes mid death. Yeah, really bad flash from Jensen. Well played by Jojo. He just flashed over the W and it was chill. Because of this, we lose top crab and grow up prio. So well played, Jojo. There's nothing to talk about with this. I'm wondering what else Jojo has in Yellow Tree though. It looks like he has Absorb Life, I'm gonna be honest. Which I think is really OP. I wanna see if his health ticks up at all. Yeah, he's got Absorb Life. So every wave you heal. I'm a big fan of this rune right now. I think Absorbed Life in Yellow Tree is actually like being really slept on. I think it's quite good. Like the amount of inanimate poke damage you take from Talia is just like it's bound to add up. Also props to Isles actually get out of here without burning flash and not getting Kaiser proc. That's not bad at all. Like you're always gonna have health that can fill up Absorbed Life, and it's just a guaranteed value on this. Like if you don't need the mana and Triumph is conditional, you get guaranteed value from Absorbed Life, and especially in landing scenarios, which I think is quite good. So I would not be surprised if JoJo won that this game. I didn't check. Maybe I will check. I do think that that's actually how he got the solo kill. Be a sack your team. Fiver's gonna keep on farming. Yeah, he did take Absorbed Life. Yeah, and cut down. And Jack of all trades. Nice. Okay. Nice. That's really good. I'm wondering, Jensen. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what we're drawing. We're drawing again. OOL. Oh, that's good vision from C9. Jensen. Oh, he buffered the wall? Kind of nice. What's up, side quest? I mean, I hope people would stick around for most of the games. Usually, if you like the league, the rule is, the more games, the better. But I do know it's expensive to run the studio. There's no doubting that. But there are alternatives to that too, Yeah, that was... You're never getting out of that one as Thanatos. This is an oopsie from Thanatos for sure. Iron Speaker was flushed out, so we just can't... We just have to chill on this wave. There's no reason to fight for this wave. Yeah, I think best of 3 is just a superior format. I don't need to see every team play every day, but like, I'm a traditional sports fan, so we're chilling. The only time that happens is football season, which is like really hype in its own right. Okay, so that kill, Thanatos has to walk back up here, and I actually really like what Dig does. They're going to give away 6 grubs. But they at least play hard to get Jensen gold and get him back into the game. And I do think that Talia, like, again, so we're playing Talia Poppy into a team with, like, all dashes on everyone in some way, shape, or form, Yeah, best of 1s are quick and meaningless. Nice W. Good flash, though, by Isles. Like, they actually get Blabber Flash out of this, and they end up cleaning him up. And this was with bot lane in. So because bot lane's in, Jensen can TP, match this play, and then Dig actually gets a win map out of it. This is really, really nice from Dig. I really like how Dig dropped the 6 grubs. I know grubs are expensive to drop 6, but I think that because they made that hard decision, they got a good setup elsewhere, and they turned it into something. So props to them. Yeah, it's good to see Licorice back. I'm really glad that Spawn was talking about how good Licorice was on Hotline League. It wasn't exactly sure like what form Licorice would come into the league with from taking a break, you know? Like, I knew where Sven was going to be at because Sven was streaming so much and doing boot camps. Like, I had a pretty good feel. Like, I'm like, okay, Sven's going to be like a mid-tier at worst marksman in this league, you know? Like, he's going to be fine. Whereas, like, Licorice, like, I knew when Licorice left the league, he was first-team All-Pro, and he was one of, if not the best top laners in the league. He was really good at Jax Cassante meta. I really like his Poppy, too. Like, I was very high on Licorice. I just didn't know if he'd be that player coming back. Because it's hard to be, like, walk away, come back, be first-team All-Pro again, you know? But it sounds like he's, like, regardless what, like, if he's All-Pro or not, it sounds like he's playing well behind the scenes, which is good. That's good. And he had a really nice game here. Yeah, Thanatos kind of owned game 2. That's okay. We're going to talk about some things still. I watched games 2 and 3 a little bit more in depth. Whereas this one, I was prepping for my NSC all day. Because we started in game 2. Really likes Sven holding his thumbs here. Vulcan is in Narnia going for this. There is no follow-up unless Berserker wants to go, and the wave's still there, so he knows. Really nice chain, though, from Isles as well. Props to him for waiting to hold his auto. Small, but we like it. And Jensen got sidewave in, so it's really good. I was definitely deep from Vulcan. I don't know what Vulcan had on his mind there. I can understand an ult for cleanse trade being cool, but I just don't think the play is ever there. And again, this is where I don't really love Leona, because Leona can definitely get caught. What the fuck? I never saw that. I mean, I thought Dig played him well, though. Alright, so now we have an engaged take. Vulcan dies for free. Spica gets stuck by Jensen. Oh, never mind. It's bad. It's a nice ult, though, from Sven. He gets a lot of damage down. Like, they at least get the Herald in, so they went out on the objective, but the fight doesn't go their way. I think the oopsie there was the Jensen wall. Kind of trapped Spico, and they didn't find the execute synced up together. But they didn't really get sums out, so this is a bad take from Dig. Let's see how they can play this one better. Good defense by C9, and also we're throwing all of our sums into Leona, which kind of sucks. So, like, everything goes into Leona, who's proccing Aftershock. And Leona gets out, so it's, like, actually not chill at all. Again, I think the wall's tough. I don't think Spica goes for JoJo here. I think we just take the Leona and we chill. Because we don't all take the Leona. Leona gets out, Vi dies for free, and then Cassante gets in here. I'm with Sven. Like, Sven's holding his abilities, and he doesn't want to get fucked by Cassante, which is fine. Yeah, I think Sven played this fight well. I also really like the tier build. I think that some of these pure lethality viruses kind of run out of gas, and like Miramana for me is like you aren't quite as strong early on, but I think once you get it, it's big and it fits his kit really well. I don't think it's that big of a trough, and it gives you a lot more power later on. Did the Herald get screwed by Talia Wall? No, the Herald got it. Good call out though. Oh, we get back and we fight. Alright, Blabber gets one shot by Nautilus Talia. I mean, we're playing all squish into a Talia showing, and we give Talia all the combos. Like, it's... Jojo gets zoned off by Licorice Spica, and they take his flash, so it's a big win.
Timing could be great, but like you said, coming.
Techtologist, thanks for the follow. So Drake goes over to dig. We stop the stack. I mean, Blabber just gets hooked here. Like, we are in human form, so it's hookable. Well played Isles to find it. We're doing challengers tomorrow, Kelsey, but yeah. The best series of the week was it was FlyQuest Dragonsteel. I mean, Blabber just gets hooked. There's nothing else to say. I think the zone out of the Corki actually could have been a winnable for C9 if Blabber doesn't get hooked. Alright, we're going to throw all of our sums into the Nautilus. Yeah. I mean, this is all spotted. See, Sven has sums up. Vulcan does not. So we do full combo the Nautilus, but Aftershock's timed really well by Isles. And like, yeah, Jojo goes in, but it's a 1-for-1 trade with Poppy winning War of Attrition. And then Jensen comes in, and we just kill Jojo. This is just bad. NACL had a pretty fun first week. Well played by Licorice. I mean, Licorice makes this fight happen. Because the Verisalt spreads, and we get good poke down on everyone. Yeah, that's easy. Thanatos can't join. Very chill. Well played, Dig. I think C9 presented that opportunity for them by throwing everything into the Nautilus. We aren't even hitting a spear here, and then the Nidalee just gets one shot, so that's quite poor from Blabber again, looking back. Blabber does have flash. We would have to flash out of Poppy E. But then again, he gets autoed by Naut to set this all up, and it's the corner of the wall. It's pretty poor, though. So we're playing a narrower 4-1. And then Cassante is going to port behind. Oh, Licorice actually snuck his way out here. What triggered this? Oh, okay, so Solar Flare got a flash out of Isles at least. Sven took damage. Jojo gets one shot. Licorice did a nice job of getting his way out of here. Really nice from Isles, too. Oh my god. Yeah, Digger pogging. Yeah. I mean, we gave Talia Vi Nautilus over with squishies, and we got behind. We get ran. Yeah, that was really big that the Kurish actually got the E through the Leoniston. I kind of want to wait for the replay because I don't know what started this. I mean, Sven got tagged, but throws out a nice enough ult. Yeah, he buffered the stun of Vulcan and actually got the E off, so he pulls Thanatos out. Jojo gets one shot. Good flash from Spica. Yeah, Licorice beasted. Poppy Gaming. Nice. Well played. Yeah, well played. I do appreciate how Diggs at least trying to play a narrower map setup with the Vinot Talia combos. I mean, dude, this I was talking about it earlier. I just didn't know like where he'd come into the leagues. But when he wasn't in the league, I mean, he was first team all pro in summer. I don't expect him to come back to be that. I just didn't know if he was going to be an all pro top laner or not. I've heard good, and I'm glad that Spawn said he's playing well behind the scenes in Hotline League. Undervalued. I voted for him in my... I don't have a ballot, but I did vote for him that split, like in the ballot I make for myself. I thought he was well deserving of that one. He was very good in the Jax Cassante meta. Like, he busted out Jax here. I think the Jax is just like, right now. Alright, so now Dig got both sides in. C9 can't play sides unless it's JoJo's side. But it's harder now because like, you can still get Vi executed if you aren't hovering that side. So you gotta look out for that. Now they're gonna... So their waves are good and then they collapse mid. C9 stays mid. C9 just doesn't have any answer for this well. I mean, I think there's a world where you could try and get Jojo to like play one more wave. I don't know why Thanatos actually pulls off this wave. I think Thanatos is the one that needs to stay on this wave. Like, you're about to see Licorice. If Thanatos is still down here... When was Licorice spotted? Licorice is spotted there. Thanatos should be on this wave again. I like Jackson this end, yeah. We're talking about Licorice, so we're talking Jack's top. I thought Thanatos could have stayed for like one more wave. He has TP to threaten too. I think that C9 opting into this a little bit early. Like, we can't find priority targets with the spears. And we get one shot. Oh, we didn't... Did we not deny this? Yeah, this is bad from C9. Like, you're giving this wave, you know? It's like, if we're not going to answer this wave, we need to... I think we deny this blast cone. Like, there is fake vision around it, you know? Oh my god. Yeah. This draft isn't great for Nidalee. I think the FlyQuest draft was the most playable for Nidalee, even if I think Set's fake. You just need to give Nidalee something to play around, but like, the only way Nid can play to is Leona Kaisa into Varus Not, which, I mean, has range in Prio, so... And you're always just going to run Cleanse into Leo, so it's... Yeah. Anyway, good find from Licorice. Like, Blabber is... Yeah, he's in Narnia here. Speaking of Narnia, in the picture-in-picture, Berserker's just dead. Did Licorice? He didn't even burn Flash? Oh no, Licorice dies. Okay, never mind, it's fine. We trade top with TP for bot. Blabber gets one shot again. Speaky gets traded out. Jojo gets taken down. Alright, it's a little bit bloody from Dig. I think Licorice is a little bit ahead of the play. I don't think he thought he would like be taking a 1-for-1 trade there, but it is a decently fed Berserker after all. Dig still takes way too much off this. I just think this chance like being played with marksman mid, I think it's shit. I think like if you want to abuse Nid, you need lane to play through. I think you need Not and or Renekton. And you need to get the dragon a minute before. And it's not like get the dragon a minute before just to like, you know, set up. It's like, no, we're getting there a minute before and we're just gonna fucking rain hell down with spears. Like this draft is just really hard to play through for Nid, I think. Like, Varus plays so far back and is so safe against Leona. Oh, boy. Nice from Jensen. Really nice from Isles, too. And everyone just gets chained up. Jesus. Good setup, Dig. That's well played from Dig. I mean, there's nothing C9 can do into that. This game's already wrapped at this point. Yeah, good job. Alright, good game. I mean, honestly, I don't think that, like, I'm usually concerned about C9's mid game. I think that their objective setups here were a little bit more concerning on how they played waves. This game I do have a couple notes. Or no, it's the Renekton game. I have a couple notes or ideas how to play waves. I think that C9 didn't clean out these games very cleanly, so there's some need to be concerned here. That said, oh whoops, we can delete that. This game was much better from C9, and I do really like this draft that they ended up having. All right, so we first picked Talia. Problem solved. Talia's instantly going mid because we slammed the Sedge. A lot of poke here to outrange Talia, so we need the Find Engage to go in. No Vi, though, into that. We want the Sedge instead. We do get more options with Thanatos. Zeri locked in. Into Varus plus way. So we already have, like, a lot of poke and combo. It's pretty similar to what Dig was running last game. They just switched out some of the pieces. Poppy was denied. We're playing Cassante into Camille because Renekton's taken off the board. I'll be honest. I think the Renekton ban actually kind of hurt Dig here because it really does allow for C9 just to pick Camille and be chill about it. I think they look at Zeri, Talia, and they're like, okay, we definitely don't want Renekton, which I can somewhat agree with, but I think Camille does really break this, which is tough. I also like Poppy just holding the door against this is fine. You can't get poked out by this, but I feel like the Poppy is okay in that you just try and do your job for the Zeri and you have engaged elsewhere. So Poppy acting as peel this game is quite good. So I felt this draft from C9 was much, much, much improved. Not to mention you have Poppy, like, you can bring a wall with you for Poppy.
Like you said, Cubby.
Find some peace. Thanks for the follow. So I felt like this draft was much improved for C9. You Dig us a Mike and Ike's partnership? Oh, that's right. Rafa had the hold pose. All right, so standard lanes. I do think that there was maybe a potential lane swap angle here for Dig, just to try and shut Camille down a little bit. I think taking resources out of Camille versus resources out of Cassante is very Cassante favored. The thumbs up for the missed cannon is pretty badass from JoJo. We're sending messages with stuff like that, you know? I see Sven get some poke down, but the farm mostly going to Berserker's good. This lane, like, when you put Varus in the Zeri definitely gets hurt early by Varus, so overall it's fine. As long as they're hanging in there in that lane, it's fine. Vulcan's up here as well. But Spica is able to snipe this away. I mean, this is pretty early for the grubs. But the Licorice dying here is quite... I think once... like, when and where do they spot Vulcan here? Yeah, Vulcan spotted here. I think once this happens, you gotta be careful top. I mean, that wave's not great. But, so I think, like... The answer here is that Isles probably has to chase with Spica. And then you take the 3v3 if you have it, but there's no 3v3. Like, you're just dead. And you can see, like, Isles... found a solution, but he tried to sneak in a reset and it just wasn't there. So Licorice thought he'd get this wave in. He just killed the wave. And honestly, does his best. Just wasn't there. Jojo TP back, so. That said, there is room now for Dig where they could just hit the Drake. And if you drop these Krugs and go for Drake here, I think it's actually a much better game for Dig. Because Zeri has to answer next recall. Wolves would have been late. You can take enemy Krugs, though. Yeah, okay, so I think that there's a better game here for Dig if Speak actually, after this camp's taken, if you pass down here, it takes this. Because then Zeri has to match this reset, Varus will be back, and there's actually a timer to take that's guaranteed. And you try not to match the top lane play. Instead, Speaka goes for top lane hover. He does do this, but it's a little bit delayed, and then you miss out on your dragon timer. Okay, they still get it. Okay, never mind. It's fine. It's fine. But your top lane's still, like, really cooked. Yeah, it's really bad. So that top lane never gets fixed for Licorice, and he's going to get down quite a bit of CS now from this wave once this comes back. I will say, this roam from Licorice is actually quite good. There's nothing you can do in that lane, so I think going for this is big. And Jensen throws this a little bit in the Narnia. Like, I don't even know if this has to be flashed, if I'm being honest. If that hits, maybe there's a play. But regardless, they do get a flash out of JoJo, which is good. Ooh, look at that. No flash, we get punished. Let's go. We'll put Flobber's here. Just a tad late. Nice 3-man by Dig. Really well done. It's good damage return there by Sven. Because this is where this game gets a little bit funky. Because we have JoJo with a TP up. Jensen's really chunked out. And Licorice is on mid-hover to see if they can catch JoJo again, but that control orb is still there. So we end up shoving bot. And after this next wave, JoJo's going to come and hover. And Dig's bot lane knows about this. And they get both sums out of Sven. They get them. But then Jensen TPs to this tower. Vulcan misses. And it's really thick from Jensen. So they go for JoJo first, who's flashless, so they guarantee it. Isles has a really nice player. Isles played this fight really well. Because, like, he's low, but I think the flash W to hit the insta is nice, and then he gets a 3-man charm and uses both these really effectively. So that's really well managed by Isles. That's really well managed by Isles and Jensen, of course. Jensen got the triple kill, but I think Isles also played that fight really, really well. Yeah, this is really well played by Isles. That Vulcan ult hurts. Even if it hits, though, like there is a chance they can still find the combo. Because Jensen probably would have gotten knocked like to like about where Isles is here, you know? Like a little bit further. Alright, regardless. Coming off the back half of that play, Jensen does have gold. Spica does too. But Thanatos still has a really nice lead up on the top side. And it's going to be Drake for Grub's trades. So no Has 6 grubs going over to Thanatos, but Camille's still going to be the one that breaks this game in the side lane. I think the Vi Hoi combos just need to kind of connect for Dig here. Jensen walked up to... Jensen can't walk up to here. His team just took grubs, and they just took Dragon. I think Jensen's playing so greedy going for this, man. Yeah, that hurts. Every split, Jensen always has to prove himself. People always forget he's been one of the top mids consistently. Yeah. Spiga just gets caught. Honestly, pretty nice play here from C9. They almost found the flick in the Isles too, but he popped the quickness to get out. So well played again by Isles. Isles, like looking back, had quite a nice game. I think the Mercs here, good buy for him because he's going to be kind of baiting in cooldowns and stuff. But Vulcan and JoJo almost pull this off completely. Because this is nice. Just the Mercs and the quickness was enough to get out, so. Alright, even with Mercs there, you can't survive that. Nice, good fun. Yeah, ult goes wide for this event too, that hurts. Not that they could have gotten a ton off the back half of that, but... You do have Hwei. Like, if this ult connects, then you can always Hwei combo someone, you know? While this is all going on, Thanatos too is just on his own bot. So the curse is collapsing on this. Dig F5. So the fact that Dig F5 and this pick is found by C9 is quite big. Vulcan walking in here is kind of greedy. You can wait for mid wave and then walk with a teammate. And see more people on the wave instead he goes on his own. Hey, what's up, Thomas? Nice, Sue. It's a decent cooldown to get out. Thanatos just gets mapped now. Thanatos is in really good shape this game. The freeze he got off early on that curse was really big. He turned that into quite a bit. Good poke, though, from Dig before this. And really nice caution here to check. I think Dig actually is playing this out quite nicely. This is something that I don't love here from C9. I think C9 do a poor job. Because there is an angle here where C9 can kind of win this. Like right here. I think it's good, but JoJo gets chunked by the Hwei on the next wave. I think Isles is doing a really nice job. I also had a bad game 3, but I think Isles doing a really nice job. JoJo misses his flick there. So he takes half, and then things kind of fall apart. I think JoJo's trying... He has a little bit more health bar he can use before he TP's back. Wait. What was this Blabber ult? Oh my god. Love to see Blabber honoring NA's GOAT Xmithy like that. I don't know what the idea was for that. They could just get the Drake. And well done by Dig. Like they have range and they have combos, so... I think C9's response though after this is good. Like to take the top side, like commit early enough, that's fine. And they get some decent ward coverage down. And they get to play mid. That's quite good though. Good flash from JoJo. Oh, they get baited in. His speak is down. Oh, that's this Thanatos play. Really nice. R from Thanatos, but Thanatos is in deep. Like for me, oh, nice voice crack. I don't think Thanatos had the TP there. I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Good flash from Sven. He uses R to get over that, but he doesn't get a kill. And then C9 stuck again, so this is C9 going too deep. It's an overcommit from C9. All C9 need to do is just take this. Take this chunk and play slow with it. They can't really get meaningful poke down on you, so I think, again, if Thanatos stays in that bot wave, they could have played off the next bot wave and maybe gotten more. Or at least finish this play, like, getting a bot wave in and getting the turret and, like, getting out. Instead, they commit all into mid and push a little bit too far. That's fine. I mean, Thanatos is... I don't think Thanatos' English is great at the moment, so I'm kind of giving him a pass. The response by the Poppy and the speak is quite good. I think off screen. We might have seen Sven flash on JoJo off screen. He missed the kill by just a little bit. Good discipline, JoJo. Nice. I didn't see anyone on sides. They saw Licorice bot side. They don't see anyone else on the map. They see mid being caught low, so... Good assumption from C9. That's really good. That's the kind of stuff we need as C9. I don't know what we're drawing here, but it's cool. C9 gets top end really deep, and they have really good coverage for it. This is well played by C9. This is very good from C9. Go C9. That's good. I think they stay one wave too many, but I don't think they care about this dragon, so I kind of like it from them. So they're just going to reset and hopefully get the dragon on time, which Stig aren't prepped to take. They're still fixing that top wave, so now C9 actually has a timer. This is a really good series from C9. That was a very good series from C9. No, yeah, this is good. Yeah, and they're just gonna sack and... Yeah, this is fun. Well played. Yeah, C9 put this really well. I think the flash there from Licorice was good, but Thanatos was able to get it clean that off with his own flash. I think that flash from Thanatos was necessary. You see he got really low. If he eats like a little bit more poke, he's dead, and then that's it. He just bases TB's back and zones him off. That's a really, really good sequence from C9. That's like honestly one of the better sequences I've seen from them since like week 1 of last split. Nice. Good job, C9. I really like how they just like hard committed to finish off their plays, and then they realized like, hey, we got to sack this, and they did so quickly. And they got a lot out of it because of that. So, really, really well done. That said, their setups were kind of troll here. Okay, first off, Thanatos trying to walk here is troll. I'm fine if you want to finish off this bot wave, but you got to go long way. You don't see... Like, you see where Varus is at, and the CC chain... I mean, it includes Varus, so... That's cooked. They did not burn enough for that. 2 ults takedowns can be like that. Super worth. So we'll play Dig. That was a mistake. So now their Baron play is kind of dead. But again, I'll give Thanatos a pass. Jojo does not get a pass for walk into here. He gets rooted, and then this game, like, literally almost is lost because of this. Really nice combo from Isles. And they get 3. Good punish from Dig. I mean, like, C9, this can be completely solved if Thanatos walks safe side, and if Jojo walks safe side. Like, just take the fucking long way. You have vision there. You see them. You have to drop ego and take long way. They do not. If they take safe side on both those, it solves. Like, I mean, it's such a brutal mistake, but it's such an easy fix. It's fine, if I'm being honest. Like, those are 2 pretty roughies. Again, I'll give Thanatos a pass. Jojo's not going to pass. Thanatos isn't going to pass for this one either. You don't see anyone. Your mid's being dropped. You cannot push up another wave here. You don't have control over this side either, so. Spica doesn't get a pass for this one either. This is tough from Spica. Keep in mind, Spica just burned his ult to get this kill, which is great. All you gotta do is just take the freebie and then just eat as much space as you can throughout time. It's like, queuing into anyone is bad. Like, what are we queuing in for? Even if it hits, I do not care. Nice knockback into the man-made wall. Hey, what's up, Jax? Thanks for the raid. Also, Blabber has Warmogs, so you can get away with shit. So that's nice. I will say, I think Warmogs being in meta will be really good for C9. Just because, like, they get leads early game, more likely that they have Warmogs first, and Warmogs first does allow you to play quite dumb. Which I think C9 sometimes struggles with. Speaking of dumb. Vulcan gets chunked. Really nice ult from Sven. Good sidestep. But, he doesn't need to walk here. You have a control ward that you can walk towards. So we're walking towards the wrong side. Walk towards your control ward side of this. Don't walk away from it. Unfortunately, Isles gets one shot as well. Isles following this up was really bad. He needs to E out to his team, which is non-existent at the moment. Because again, Spica's dead, so they're trying to do this without Spica, which is bad. And I really like what Thanatos does here. This was good from Thanatos. If they took that and, like, looked at Thanatos, like, waited for more ults to come back up, it'd be fine. Thanatos doesn't do shit. He just threatens. Because he knows his team doesn't want to fight. They just want the objective and they want to get out. That was good. Good patience showed by Thanatos.
Timing could be great, but like you said,
White
Cubby,
Tiger, thanks for the follow. Wait, isn't Thanatos dead on my screen? Yo, I think Thanatos is dead here. If we're shifting Sven this way and we get a Vi R on this guy, don't we chain CC into death? He's got steel caps. Like, isn't he just dead on my screen? That can't just be me. It depends on where Sven's at, but I think it's gettable. Again, Spica's not spotted. Go Thanatos. Oh, Spica. Oh, we show when his E is on the fucking wall. Decent fine. There's no place for Cassante to R, and Thanatos guesses the flash. Damn. Well played. I mean, Spica's kind of in Narnia, too. I think Aspika actually R's Thanatos there with Sven. It's chill. Oh no, Isles. Ah, just a bad W out. Yeah. I mean, he saw Sage and not Poppy, but they don't have control over either, so that sucks. Damn, I also had a good start to this game. No, not again. Where we have a ward? I guess we know that like they're gonna walk in through there, so we don't want to drop a ward. But then why do we check back in? Like we see JoJo. Oh man, that's really bad. That's pretty terrible. Whale mists. Gonzo. Nice attempt on the wall. More good poke lines than the JoJo from Sven. Actually open, like, Sven's doing good with the poke here, connecting on the members that are squishy and, like, actually forcing C9 to take steps back. I'm still kind of down to put Thanatos in the wave away from where you're playing from instead of the wave, like, you maybe want to play towards. I think that, like, where the map's at, I'd rather have Thanatos bot, which they are going to do once they get top all the way in. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think C9's doing a good job of playing 3 lanes out here. I think this is a comp they can for sure. Camille Talia has such good reach on sides too. There's like really are forced to try and play through mid and like play for picks and they overextend for turrets. So I think every turret that was taken by C9 was quite good. Like high key, I think one of the biggest issues for Dig this game is that they have 8 turrets down. It sounds basic, but like this comp really wants turrets as places where they can actually hold. Yeah, like this is so for me, this is bad from Blabber. Like we just killed a control ward and our team is not here and we're walking through it when we have the wave being fixed. We can wait for our team to come with that wave. He gets away with it because of Mogs and it's actually a win, but like that's one where like I don't think Blabber can push there unless he does have Mogs. And even then it's a risky push up. What's up, Steven Meister? They had some good moments. I still think they have some issues though. Like game 1, I thought there were a couple moments they played the map kind of poor. I'm gonna point 1 or 2 out in game 3 as well. Their Baron pushes were not clean in either of these games. I think like mid game map was better, but I don't like their Barons. This was good, but even this like we're just able to brute force because we're sitting our ass down here. Just slightly opened up because we're down alts from Dig. Because Isles and Jensen both threw their ults, and the Blabber did walk in somewhat illegally, but, you know, he had Mogs, there was only 3s, so he got away with it. Oh, man. I will say Mogs Rush is a pretty terrible meta. I do think Mogs Rush is really good for C9. This was good, but I think Dig, like, yeah. I think Dig's mistake here is having Spica be on top side. I think they need Sven to somewhat fight for the mid wave and then have Spica hovering him. But they're down alts, so again, I think it's hard. They need everything up. I think they have to bring Reaper back because they have a Korean speaker on the roster. Like, Reaper being able to live translate for each is a really invaluable skill. On top of him just, you know, proving that he can do what he does. I actually really like that play from JoJo. I love this from JoJo, man. It seems small, but like at least force like pressuring his vent like that. It did open up Thanatos to actually get him. She does with the flash. Well played. Yeah. JoJo set that up. Fuck, man. Alright, game 3. Alright, this draft. I will say, I think if we're gonna go Braum this game, I actually really wanted to see on hit Varus. I think there's a lot of ways where we can make space for on hit Varus, and it wasn't the case. I think that you have decent value this game as on hit Varus. You do somewhat outrange Kaisa, even if Kaisa can dash in. You have good damage against Renekton, good damage against Maokai, and good damage against Leona. Talia is your biggest issue. But we have a Braum to protect. We have Ori to protect and buy space. Jack Sedge also can buy a lot of space.
Like
so
said, Cubby,
when I saw Braum, I just kind of assumed it would be on hit Varus, but it was poke Varus. Thanks for the follow, by the way.
Timing could be great, but like you said, Cubby.
Jakey Breaky Heart and Ithalier. On hit ain't bad. I'm kind of like, I just think you abuse Braum and Orianna more as on hit. It's very playable this game. Not that I think that's like what the side of the game here. There are 2 fights where we just don't have the Karish's dig, and we'll go through those a little bit. But I think the first pick Talia was definitely a good read. This pick's still really, really, really strong. And then Maokai into Sedge is something that I think Blabber is very comfortable with. Yeah, I mean, I was okay though with this draft. Like, I actually thought Dig. Ori is really good this game. I think Maokai is a big issue. Looking back, if I were to change up this draft at all, given that Talia first pick was so big, I would have dropped Rumbleban. And maybe thought about taking either Talia away or taking, like, playing Maokai yourself. So I think Maokai is, like, the thing that makes this game really hard for Dig. Still very much in the Maokai train, man. This champ's just OP. Okay. Game Fui. Yeah, cinematic cam. I don't like this trade from Jensen. Like, I don't know if he has second win versus no second win, but I don't know why we're doing this. Like, Talia just wins this, you know? And I don't know what we get for making this volatile. Where she, like, wins and gets push. It's a really good trade here from Dig. Isles healed before Ignite came down, which I like. Yeah. Preemptive heal always. Yeah, this is really well played by Dig's bot lane. I even like when they pulled off. Oh, that's a Q and a minion, though. We don't like that. Good base here from Vulcan. I think it's necessary. But that's been played well so far. And Spica's going to go get a round of ward, which is quite nice. He's got no Q now. Yeah, they just get Berserker Flash on that. That's pretty chill, though. I like that from Dig. I think that bot lane's like they put that one out well. I think that this is like it's PTA on hit setup, man. I really feel like if you do that, you're in better shape for like the setup for like I think you need this game to win. I will say that the poke shield, that item, Edge of Night, it is quite valuable this game in the Malachi Leona and Talia. I think there is value for sure. But yeah. Alright, Licorice going Grasp in this lane. Makes some sense to me. Steel Caps also makes sense. Also, if you go Boots Rush in this, you can, or if you go on hit, you can Boots Rush in this bot lane, which I like a lot. As Jojo hits 6, so there's no play from Spica. Spica's down. Actually, Spica's down quite a bit. He's waiting for his bot camps to respawn. But this is going to open up grubs for Blabber, just because given the Renekton, given alt was burned mid, that Jensen's going to walk back, so... I mean, we did play for Berserker Flash, and we didn't answer Berserker Flash, and we didn't take Drake off it. So I think given that's the case, maybe I don't love that walk that Spica had towards bot lane. I would have preferred the full clear setup. As Thanatos baits the Christian. Nice Q flash here from Blabber. Yeah, I mean, this is a good setup. I don't know why, like... Hang on, I'm gonna go back. What happened to Spica's game? So we get double crabs. And we're just down. And now we're like reverse clearing away from the objective we want to be on. I think the mid play was kind of bad too, looking back in hindsight. Like, this play is just not there. And if it is there, then we have to R Jojo to like push him towards Spica. So like Jensen R's Jojo away from Spica. And he hits 6. Yeah, that's bad. Because, like, for me, like, this... Spica can't do this anymore because, like, we already lost Prio on mid. So, like, he has to do it when the grubs start getting taken, which are spotted here. So, I don't know. And we have Varus on reset that's matched. So, I think we just... I think instead of going for red, we just hit the dragon here. And we just get it at, like, once Varus gets on this wave. We can't see C9's bot lane walking here, but if we are on dragon, it does open up this dive to happen top. Like, where we're at, too, we're not playing defense against this, so... We're playing for 6. We almost give a false sense of security. I do like this move from C9, though. I think it's quite good. Like, we just funnel Berserker plates from this. It's really chill. And we use our TP advantage to, like, farm up bot, too. It's really good. C9 played this very well. I think Thanatos is probably going to go Cleaver here, no? Probably the move. Because he got that dive, so he's kind of ahead on this matchup now, which is quite nice. So we lose 6 grubs. We don't have a Drake to trade out. We do have a dive to defend, though. I'm related to this is dig. I actually would have really liked if Isles sweeps around here. He doesn't have a team, though. We can't see Blabber on that. If he throws... He has one more ward left. I guess you're... I think, though, by playing with Varus on this wave, you're going to be late for this. I think Licorice plays this out decently well. Because Pika's here, and they get Thanatos on the shutdown. I also think Sven can ult Jojo here, by the way. So I know that Sven... I think Sven... Like, that pink ward's really good. I think he should play for Jojo ult. So, like, after this Q, go for the wall. Because if he walks up here, you can hit Jojo, like, about here. This is an overpush, though, by C9. Like, Ori's bot side, so they feel like they have to make a play, I think. But Thanatos goes in really deep. And now Vulcan's caught. And now Jojo's caught. They do get Licorice, but I think Jojo could have gotten ulted here, and it could have been just like a doomsday scenario for them. I would have loved to see a flash ult from Sven here. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's 100% there for him. Like, if it misses too, I'm cool with the fish. You might as well burn your ult on the cooldown like the fight's going on if you're looking at Varus ult. Like, that's such a low cooldown. Especially with this build. Like, fuck it, you know? Throw the R. If it misses Jojo, who cares? It doesn't change the fight at all. Okay. Ori got back into the game off that. Because Ori was on her own in the bot side too. So it was a pretty big win for Dig. And we're back to a pretty even game. I think this is the oopsie play, though. So this connects, and Berserker E's out of ult. I think that Sven should have held ult until he goes for cannon. I'm watching I did watch all the weekend games on the weekend, but I'm VoD reviewing them today. This is one of the ones I had to go back and watch, though, because I was casting challengers during this, just given how our schedule works. But I went back and watched it so I could talk about it on the Hotline League in the jungle. So this is a rewatch for me. It's a rewatch for me on all the games. I just watched most live, not this one. So I actually watched this one a little bit more closely. Like, I know there's something I want to talk about. A couple things I want to talk about coming up. Alright, Drake for Rift trade. 6 Grub Rift is a little bit tough to play against, but at least like with a timer, it's not that bad. Alright, this is one of the things I need to talk about. First off, Isles. Sven's going to hold the shit. Try and get out. Isles' E is bad. Isles' E is not going up against Berserker, and it's at a bad time. I don't think he gets enough out of it. I think he needs to wait until shit's in range, and then we E. So we have E going now. I also think that, like, where the W is initially cast here by Isles, we don't need the W this. Like, if we're going to W, we need the E Berserker. But I think that we can actually just sit on ult and then hope that Sven uses both sums. That almost gave Sven, like, a false sense of security. Sven needs to use sums earlier on, too. I know he's trying to, like, greed his sums there, but that just wasn't... he ended up using both and dying. If he uses them earlier, I think it's okay. And if Isles doesn't W, then he'll still be in position for after Sven flashes to position and eat the Maokai ult. So I think the Dig bot lane could have cleaned this one up for sure. Leona OP. I think Leona's really overrated right now. Nice gank on Thanatos. Thanatos shouldn't be here. He gets a pass, but this is poor. I think Leona is good for the first 5 levels, and if you get ahead from that, you can win the game hard, but she's very catchable. She needs defense. I think Maokai is a decent pairing with her, but again, like, Merc / cleanse value, way too high this game. Okay. Dig didn't get bought all the way. Oh, no, they got it all the way in. Decent from Dig. They did what they could, I think, in that sequence, and it was good kill on Thanatos. Reasonable to flash the OR too, right? No, I think you never flash the OR. I think it's way too risky unless you have vision advantage. I think this is a high enough level where you're either going to get it flashed out of or it cleansed out of. Now, if you're tracking sums and there's nothing, that's the only way you can reach, it's fine. But I'd rather have Leo R be follow-up than to a Maokai R. Like, a lot of League, it's like, what is the most guaranteed form of CC that you can connect with first? Then we play off that. So I want to play off Maokai R this game. Or Maokai W, or Renekton W. If I can't find any of that, then I'd rather flash E as Leona. If it's out of range, then I just try and fish for R. And then I E-flash to follow up the R. I think there might have been an angle here, by the way, where Dig, like, I think Dig gets caught off guard a little bit here. Like, I think Sven gets pulled to this a little bit late. I don't, like, Sven has to play to catch, and I think Dig are being a little bit greedy playing out 3 lanes here. Ideally, what the situation would be here for Dig is they swap the lanes that Ori and Jax go to. But, oh no, they want Jax for Renekton. I kind of want to swap where Ori and Jax go to. Because I think for me, the play is going to be for that bot tower. And why I want the swap is that Jax can reach. And I'm going to reasonably assume that Talia's been on the map for a while. I'm going to reasonably assume that Talia has to reset at some point, given where my items are at. So I can assume that Talia resets after this. I want Jax to be able to respond to bot, and Ori has more wave clear. So I think Dig could have swapped the solo laners here, and it would have been a little bit better. That's fine. It's minor. But I think there's, like, you would force Thanatos to base here. Instead, what they're able to do is they can keep Thanatos here, because Ori can't respond, and then Jojo catches this mid-wave high, and then they have more pressure on the bot side. If you swap where Ori and Jax are, then you take this play away because of the TP that can interact with this play. And then you might force Jojo to walk straight top and not be able to, like, look for that one-time hover. Because now, like, until Jojo shows on this, they're actually kind of scared. And Sven, again, is behind on this play. Vulcan catches ult. They get the curse of the whiv. I think the curse flash. A little bit greedy from Licorice, but not bad. So now we have an Ori TP come in. I think the Q from Spica was the big mistake. He just guarantees it's a one-way trip. And then the Jensen ult was there, which Jojo A flashed out of, and B make sure that they can follow up on Spica. So I think that Dig mechanically could have played that a little bit better. Also, but the good thing for them is that they can Drake off this. So it's not all bad. I'd say that's a good death, if anything. Hey, what's up, Toby? You guys had a nice week 1. Hope everything's good in the building over there and you guys keep scaling. I think both games were rather respectable from each of our teams here. I really like this hover from JoJo. Again, there's no Ori TP, so when JoJo's like able to drop waves like this, top, and then try and be first to the play, it's quite good. I think C9's in a little bit deep for this, though. So this one's on Blabber for me. Because like JoJo has the right idea. It's just you want this fight to be at the bot outer turret and not at this blue. So this is a greedy look from C9. Because like if the fight's at bot outer, then you beat Ori there. But instead, Ori has to go to this point, then this point, where you have JoJo here. So if the fight's bot outer, then you wall off, and like it's actually just a free turret, and then you get map as C9. C9 playing for this is a mistake. Because it actually enables the Varus and the Ori to both be in reach of this play. Not to mention, like, Maokai just eats shit. Yeah, he just gets one-tapped. So now we can drop bot outer where everyone's at for C9 and, like, actually play for this Baron. Which Dig does so successfully. Because we're on-hit Varus. I'm a big fan of on-hit Varus here, by the way. I think on-hit Varus gets through this Drake. I think it would have been a decent game for on-hit Varus. There's a little bit of hindsight bias, but... On-hit Varus can interact with things really well, except for, like, really the Maokai. You're a little bit under siege, but... Maybe you Kench if you want on-hit Varus, too. Kench would have been really valuable this game. I think Brahm's fine, though, as well. But Kench get a little bit ran by Leo. This TP and this pinch is really good from C9. It forces them to turn. I think Licorice needs to TP on top of Berserker. Because he has to, like, go around this mini wall. Which, honestly, like, buys enough time. Like, if you can TP in really dumb, and your E gets you out of everything if you're Jax. So he's a little bit late to the party. And then... Thanatos plays this so damn well. The Q and then the Blast Cone, like, fucks everyone. That's pretty stealthy from Thanatos. I think right there, by the way, is where I probably would have dropped this R if I'm Jensen. Because he never got his R off. But I think right here is where you drop it, because it's no flash for JoJo. So you would at least chunk him out. And he has no TP, so he's out of the fight from here. Or again, there. Like, Berserker just flashed. But no ult for Jensen. Nice cleanse from Blabber. And then Jensen gets caught. He gets a double, but... I think, like, his ult was still not exactly where he wanted it. Which helped C9 get out of that. Wasn't exactly favorable. What's up, Snazzy Tiger? Yeah, so I think if Licorice TP is better, it's a little bit more playable. Props to JoJo on his angle. I think JoJo angle was quite solid. And Thanatos does a really nice job this fight. Also, Sven taking so much Baron damage hurts. I thought Sven's E was really good there. Like, Sven plays is fine. The only thing that, like, you could have said was a little bit more favorable is if he skips out on that auto and hits the Blast Cone instead, but then his whole team would have gotten fucked anyway, so. That's a fine. It was close. I think the Baron pull was a mistake. On-hit Varus solves that a little bit. Yes, this fight was poor. This is a really nice combo from Vulcan and JoJo. Like, it's a really good setup from Vulcan. And my thing about this fight, again, is, like, Licorice has an angle. He has to stay disciplined here because of the control ward. But when Spica sends it on the Blabber, it's just I think it's just a mistake. Like, the Sven ult does connect, but he's not even arranged to, like, really follow up with Q or autos. And, yeah, like, his fight's just really hard. And Licorice was just never able to get involved with just the terrain where the fight was taken and where he was at. So, if anything, I think Dig, like, has to allow for them to actually start that objective. And then Licorice maybe gets an angle. Really good engage from Vulcan and JoJo. Wall was really nice there from JoJo, and it was really good follow-up from Vulcan. Okay, this is the series that I didn't like. Because this is post-Baron take, right? Something from C9 I didn't like here. This is all fine. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck what happened here from C9 perspective. So, TP is available for Renekton, and it's double TP for Dig, right? Bots in deep, so I do think that Thanatos can play out this wave. The way that I would have played this is all fine. Thanatos is going to kind of stick around for one more and then base, so he's going to be a little bit late to respond, right? So he's going to go bot, eat the wave. And then C9 catches this really high. So they clear out all this for Thanatos. I think they actually didn't play for Berserker here enough. Like, Berserker gets this wave. I think that it's kind of weird because, like, that top wave now, like, Berserker can't take it, so Berserker gets homeless here. Like, all the waves were just eaten by JoJo. Berserker doesn't get anything. I will say Berserker's on a spike. Now we get Berserker a wave. And JoJo catches this one low. And JoJo, he does have TP available. It's just weird. I don't... Okay, this is the wave. This is the wave. This is the wave. So this was a little bit weird for me. And then this next wave, I think, is like where C9 actually makes a pretty big mistake. So we clean up the jungle camps. That's fine. And Thanatos and Berserker farm these waves. This is fine. Okay. The play now, what's going to end up happening... Berserker resets and buys a BF sword, right? Thanatos is going to catch this wave really high. This, for me, is the mistake. Because what should happen is what C9 wants to do now, and what they're going to do is that they're actually going to put this, and they're going to push into this turret. Because it's the last inner that they have to take. When Thanatos catches this, it means Berserker is like really, really homeless for a wave, pretty much. So Dig catches this wave low, because Thanatos pushed it. He's now late to respawn bot, and everyone on Diggs is not only on time here, but Berserker's late. What Berserker did in the meantime is that he actually took Wolves. What I want to have happen is I actually want you to force Dig to walk up and take this wave. If not, we could have kept Thanatos down bot to actually keep pressure on this wave for the next one. So we want Thanatos to hit this, Berserker to catch this, and then we all shift up on the next wave. So for me, Thanatos, you should kill this wave when it's here, and then he shifts up. And that's after Berserker kills this wave in the middle and shifts up. So that way, we actually have the 4-1 that gets set up. And we bring Thanatos mid. By Thanatos taking this wave now, Berserker is going to hit Wolves for nothing, which makes him late. So Berserker's now going to be late to this. Not only that, he's going to be late to the top play. Thanatos is now late to the bot play, where, keep in mind, in my scenario, he would have had this wave dead and would be shifting up now. And in this scenario, I think Berserker's closer here. And if C9 is smart, they sync it up so that Berserker gets to this wave when it's crashing instead of early. Because this was fucked up by C9 across the board, JoJo gets caught here. Also, this is on JoJo for not checking this brush. We have 2 blue trinkets up. Just fucking blue trinket this brush. Like, the control that we have here as C9 is quite good. We just had a sapling go off that caught Spico. We spot Isles. We have a ward protecting us there. We have another sap here. Literally, the only brush where you can get caught is here. And none of it, it's not checked by anyone. And we have 2 blue trinkets available. With Berserker rotating up. So not only are we here early, we don't check this. And it's really bad. Licorice TP is really good. They get 2. And they pull Baron because of this. And C9 almost throws the game off this because they fucked up how they played their waves. Not to mention they didn't check that. But if they do a better job of actually playing their waves correctly, they have more numbers there for that play initially, which is my big issue with this. Because we also have Licorice TPing when his wave's here. Whereas in my scenario, Thanatos at least makes the bot wave even. So you never also have the chance where, like, Thanatos is responding in a weird way. Then we have first TP and Thanatos has nowhere to go and the play's already over. This was a really bad series from C9. And I think it starts with Thanatos catching that wave as high as possible, and then Berserker taking Wolves because he has nothing else to do. So, again, I'll give Thanatos a little bit of a pass, but it was a very weird series from C9 that got very bad. It actually made this game almost close. Just no one checked it. I mean, I think it was the right play from C9. They just weren't synced. Like, they want to play for that. He shouldn't push in that timer, but I actually think it's on his team that messed it up. It's also on him to not wait for his team. But I think that the way that his team took those two waves made it very hard. Yes. I covered that extensively. Speaking of burning Q and getting caught here is pretty bad. Props of Vulcan as well. He actually used the flash to try and catch Sven off guard. So Sven has to burn all the sums here early, and then Jojo gets in over the top and gets them. Maokai Root also with the assist. This ended up being very good from C9. I think this is poor from Dig, because Licorice has this wave in, and Licorice is waiting to get in. So what Dig needs to actually do here is they have to give this up. They have to come around here and play on this.
Timing could be great, but like you said,
because they need to get Jax to actually join the team or guarantee Jax's angle. By committing to this, they're guaranteeing that Jax can never get in this fight, and Jax doesn't have TP. So Dig plays too faster, and this is a mistake from Spica. I mean, not just mechanically, but also they need to sack that piece of terrain and make sure that Jax can get involved. By walking up there, they guarantee that Jax is always late to the play. And it almost gets saved by Sven chunking out Berserker, but it's not the case. The E missed. A little bit unlucky. So now they lose soul. Or they don't lose soul, but they just don't get it. Yeah, I think they just played the terrain wrong. And then this is just a really good wall from Jojo. This is quite bad. Again, Licorice can't be in the fight. Like, he has TP, but he's just not in the fight. And then Sven has no sums, and Sven gets caught by the root. The W here from Isles was bad. Isles needs to... I get wanting the W to Sven, but Sven gets caught by root because of this W, and Isles is in position. It's against the wall. It's a little bit tough. But yeah, once Sven goes down, it's just toast. Some time to drive you. All right, good push from C9. They get two. It was a really good fight they took on the bot side. It was a great wall from Jojo. I think Jojo had two really nice games on Talia. I think the Corki game was a little bit on him because he had a lead, but I think it was more so on draft. Then Licorice gets caught inside. Licorice can't be pushing this side. It's a little bit deep, given that two inhibs are down. Now, he is trying to buy space for Baron, but like Baron Melt isn't an option because we are poke Varus and not on hit Varus. So our only option is to hold the control, but it's really hard to hold control in the Maokai, so that's free. They go drag side. Jensen getting caught here was also quite bad. I think him being on this wave is a huge blunder. Like, JoJo doesn't have Weaver's Wall up, but you're going up against Maokai. You don't have control over this side. Well, like, he sees the exit here, and he still takes another wave against the Maokai, so that's really bad. And then that's just game. I respect the attempt here from Licorice. I think that he can threaten with an E walk-up and then Q follow-through, but the engage from Vulcan is too big. I really like the Thanatos flash. Just sets up the flick. Who's the best mid in A? It's still JoJo. GG C9. This is a fun series. I think there was some decent back and forth. I think C9 can definitely clean up some of those Baron deploys and be a stronger team. Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed that one, be sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube. Leave a comment if you enjoyed it. Also, follow my stream, twitch.tv/CubbyXX to catch